Social responsibility versus spiritual growth. What would you choose? Humans are social beings. We thrive with society. We need society. We need people. And depending on people's belief, their personality, we choose our society, we choose our friends, we build that little community with the like-minded people. And that comes with the responsibility. You need to attend the functions, you need to do the basic needs that society or the community needs to continue to grow or sustain. And in that, we forget that how that cycle, we just keep going in, and there is nothing wrong with it. But when we have to choose the social responsibility versus spiritual growth, we are so externally focused. We are so outward. That's how our brain is wired. That's how we are raised. That everything as soon as we come to this world, we start learning our surrounding. We start learning what's happening. And now even further, we go beyond Earth and we're exploring, we're trying to learn what's happening in the space and other planets. So that's how we are raised, and that's how our brain gets wired. But we never taught to look inside. We never train our kids to be okay to be themselves. Nowadays we hear bullying happening because so and so doesn't fit in their criteria in their school or in the classroom with other friends. And we as parents sometimes go for psychologists or go to other external medical professionals to seek help so that our child can fit in that environment. So then when we become adult, we become even more dependent on our society and other people and being to fit in, because we were never taught to go look inside. So when we start walking on the spiritual path, it becomes so difficult to tune ourselves in. We cannot even comprehend how to do that. But let's say if you get self-realized and after the Kundalini, you have all those clarity. Even then, our brain is wired so beautifully to keep us in this Maya. So, as soon as you start making a choice for your spiritual growth, and let's say if you choose to be in solitude, your brain or your ego just jumps in and starts saying, you cannot not go to that social event. For example, even choosing going between a kirtan versus doing the meditation at home, or going to the birthday party. You feel pressured that, what am I going to tell other people? Why are you not there? So that fear stops us from going inside. So you need to make that initial step. Again, I'm going to say the same thing. We need to stop our brain to keep making us full. And then we need to take the firm step, that I'm going to choose solitude for my spiritual growth. It's okay to just enjoy the being. We don't always have to keep doing things. We have to learn to just be. And even after you choose the solitude, our brain is so tricky that it will say, like, why are you sitting, wasting your time? It doesn't allow you to just be. It doesn't allow you to go inside. So just choose solitude. And first, learn to be uncomfortable. Learn to be comfortable with that uncomfortable feeling. And with the practice, that uncomfortable feeling will become comfortable feeling. It's all training the brain. And then as you start becoming more and more comfortable, and the more you start spending time within, you're going to self-reflect that how beautifully your soul is growing. For the soul growth, spiritual growth, we don't need to actually put any internal efforts. Once we are in, the divine energy, the pure consciousness, the truth will guide us. It's just all these roadblocks that we have is just to go inside and be in that place. So try that. Next time you have to choose between social event versus solitude, choose solitude. Start becoming comfortable with that uncomfortable feeling. Start going one step at a time inside yourself. And then find that beautiful corner where you will feel the bliss.